Well, we might see Aaron Paul play a hand here. He's called Christoph Vogelsang's opening raise.
Last night was the second week.
One calls. 3 players. C1 check.
Ace, 9, deuce. We end up going 3 ways this flop, with Colman calling as well out of the big blind.
Should be a pretty good flop for Vogelsang to c-bet, but he's still taking his
4
time.
checks. C5 checks.
So you're saying it was a scheduling mistake to do the PokerStars Championship Bahamas at the same time as the Bachelor's, Joe? Or it's just unlucky that decision is that good?
C1 checks.
It's almost like the executives at ABC don't care at all about our poker tour.
So Colman checks a second time. Are we going to see a delayed continuation bet from Christoph Vogelsang after he checked the flop?
C4 bets 7,000.
7,000. Aaron Paul folds.
See ya.
5 folds.
Boy, have we got a treat for you after this hand. All right, let's maybe talk about ranges and stuff if we can for a second. Vogelsang was the raiser from pretty early position. Colman called out of the big blind.
And now he's check raised the turn. Colman makes it 27K. That's 20,000 on top.
So Colman didn't really have a chance to do anything on the flop as he was playing in flow. You can see it went check, check, check on the flop. But he did check raise the turn. Now Elke, what are some value hands he could potentially have that he would check the flop but then check raise the turn?
I mean, I think if he's going to check raise the flop, it's like very likely to check raise the turn. Like, in value hands, it would be like all the 2 pairs and better hand, I would guess. And but he could, of course, because he's a great player, he could have a lot of semi bluffs or pure bluffs in this spot. It's kind of tough for Vogelsang because if he
4 calls.
checks, his hand is quite underrepresented, you know.
So Vogelsang calls, taking this hand to the river, heads up against Dan Colman. It's the deuce of hearts pairing the board.
It's pretty much a break. It doesn't really change anything unless Colman at like 9-5, but it's not that likely. I guess it's the only combo of hands that it really changes anything for him.
So with Colman taking over the betting lead on the turn, would you expect him to fire again on the river?
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, I think Coleman's going to have ace-5 sometimes and maybe just not was intending to check raise the flop and just was checking to play in flow, is intending to check call. And
Oh,
then,
you mean he was check calling the flop, but then he decided to check raise?
Yeah, it changes things a little bit when the turn hits. I feel like that and
80,000.
pocket fives are about the only things that,
80,000.
Huge
that
bet.
5 changes on the turn.
Huge bet. 80,000. I mean, for sure he's gonna bet the river with all these value hands on the turn. About his bluffs, I don't know. It's difficult to.
So it's an over bet from Colman, 80,000. Meanwhile, the tournament clock has just ticked to 0. We're into break time now. This will be the last hand of the level. It'll be the last hand we see from these players.
And we are not going to get to see that treat I was talking about that just came to the table because this Vogelsang tank is probably going to take a while for this amount of chips.
Good raise, Joe.
mean, this is 80% of Colman's stack in the middle. And
80% of Vogelsang's
All in.
stack too, pretty much.
Call.
Vogelsang
what?
moves all in.
What?
Coleman snap calls.
Vogelsang at 9s or what?
Wow.
Oh, aces.
Aces for Vogelsang.
Jeez.
Quad deuces for Coleman.
That's
Wow.
so sick. That is so sick, actually. Wow.
An incredibly sick hand.
That's so sick, actually. I was like, the deuce didn't change much. Probably didn't change much. Actually, that was
Do they do bad beats here?
Colman only out. Wow.
It sees Dan Colman double up to 271,000. Christoph Vogelsang drop down to a 5 big blind stack.
Like the sickest scooter ever.
100.